Hi crafty friends, it's Tracy with A Trace of Tradition, and I'm here to share this glorious invitation that I've just received from Swanmere Estate. And if you've brought your imagination, then you're invited to join me. It came with this key to room 8 and this beautiful box sleeve with information about what's to come. This paper collection is Swanmere Estate from ShabbyArtBoutique's The Craft Room, and I'll give information about it at the end of the video. So our invitation says, "The Lord and Lady Everly request the pleasure of your company for a weekend retreat at Swanmere Estate. Enjoy this preview of the gardens." And then it's addressed to myself and my husband. But one is on the way to you as well, as long as you've brought your imagination. It came with an itinerary, and this is my itinerary. I'm going to be staying in room 8. I have got a carriage ticket. There are going to be garden tours, afternoon tea, boat rides, literary readings in the library, and evening recitals in the conservatory. So here is my carriage ticket so that I may arrive in style with my husband. Oh, and here is a ticket for the Swan boat rides. So this is the estate of Lord and Lady Everly, and again it's called Swanmere Estate. And our invitation says, "Enjoy this preview of the gardens," and I believe that's what this is. And you can see we're getting to have an imaginative peek through the keyhole into the beautiful wonderland of Swanmere Estate. And if you check out my YouTube short, you can see this in a lot better lighting. I have a little like 12 or 15-second video that shows this tunnel card. All right, and again, what we can expect on our weekend retreat at Swanmere Estate are the carriage ride to get us there, garden tours of the beautiful gardens, afternoon tea, boat rides on the specialty Swan boat, literary readings in the library, evening recitals in the conservatory. And now that we've received our invitation and seen a preview of what's to come, I'd love it if you would join me as I embark on my adventure and my retreat to Swanmere Estate. And we're going to do that through this walkthrough of this little booklet, which is commonly referred to as a star card or a carousel card. And I've adorned the front with this beautiful crest image that Carrie Ann English painted. She hand paints all of the designs and then puts them in a digital format to share in the craft room. And I'll give more information about the craft room membership at the end if you're interested. We're going to open up a little booklet or the star card, and our first part of our adventure is the carriage ride to Swanmere Estate. So I have my ticket. My husband and I have arrived in style with our luggage, hat box, key to room 8. I've got my carriage ticket and he has his. And this is the beautiful entrance to the estate. There's even a little swan to greet us. These are all images from the Swanmere Estate paper collection that was released in the craft room in August 2026. This is just a little silhouette of a carriage. There was a horse on it as well, but that horse has run off the page. But I cut the silhouette out of some paper from the collection. All right, our next stop is after we've arrived and settled in our room is to have a morning tour of the gardens. The beautiful Swanmere Estate gardens. There are statues in the background. You can see the beautiful swans on the water. The estate manor back in the background. And all these gorgeous flowers. Can you see the sparkles? There's Wink of Stella on all the flowers. Give them a little extra shine because this is truly a magical place of imagination and beauty. All right, our next step for some refreshment is afternoon tea. And we've got our little invitation here. You are cordially invited to afternoon tea by Lady Charlotte Everly. In my imagination, that is me, and that is Lady Charlotte. And there are some friends joining us for cakes and tea. Here's the beautiful teapot, teacups, more florals from the collection. And then after tea, we are ready for our signature boat rides at Swanmere. And the boats are adorned with carvings of swans and floral sprays to go with the theming of the entire estate. There are beautiful swans on the water. Children are invited. There's the boathouse permit. And here's my ticket to ride one of the beautiful swan boats. All right, after a full day of activities, I'm going to unwind in the library with some literary readings. In my imagination, that is me. We're going to enjoy some books and some poetry readings. There's a desk for writing letters. There are going to be some old letters that we can open up and read as well. It's just a gentle escape, a time to unwind in a beautiful setting. And finally, to wrap up our day, we're going to head to the conservatory where they have live music and also recorded music. Some of the swans from the estate walk freely through the garden, the indoor gardens of the conservatory. All of these papers are from the Swanmere Estate collection in August 2026, other than these musical instruments and the phonograph. So other than that, everything is, the musical instruments and the phonograph are from the July 2026 collection called Velvet Rose Antiques, but everything else is from Swanmere Estate collection. And again, all of these designs were hand painted by Carrie Ann English and shared in the craft room. And then once we've completed our retreat and enjoyed all of our activities, we will remember that some places linger in the heart long after the journey ends. And that's the back of my star card. And it's so it opens like a book, like a little journal of memories, but it also is a display. They call it a carousel or a star, and I'll show you that in a moment. But it just is a little carousel of scenes that are depicted around. When you open it up, it can be opened up like a star. I'm gonna give you the overview of that so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me open it while you look at those beautiful gardens. You open it up like going around a carousel or around a 6-point star, and that's kind of what it looks like. So no matter where you are around it, you'll see a beautiful scene from Swanmere Estate. It is shaped like a star. And I do have, or I will have, if I don't already, I will have a little companion video up showing kind of the method that I used to construct this little keepsake of my time at Swanmere Estate. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure into Swanmere Estate. If you're interested in this paper collection, it is in the craft room, and it's a good time to get on the wait list. It will open again in November. There's a paper kit, an exclusive paper kit released each month, with papers and fussy cuts and bonus projects. If you're a beginner, if you're advanced, any level of crafter, it helps grow your skills, it helps grow your imagination, and it's a place of community, and I absolutely love being a part of it. So if you're interested in that, go check out her website. I'll leave that in the description box. And also, by being a member, it gives you access to past paper kits. So you would have access to Swanmere Estate. A couple of times a year, she opens up a pop-up shop, and that is when you can shop for past kits to your heart's content, and there's so many beautiful ones. But definitely go check out her website, and thank you so much for spending time with me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I do hope to share a little tutorial, or I don't really call it a tutorial, but just an overview of how I made the tunnel book invitation packet, as well as this star card or carousel card. So if you're interested in that, also look for those in my channel. And thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and a blessed week ahead, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.